Hi all, welcome back to another episode of Campton Racing TV. Looking back at last week's runners, we obviously had 2 seconds last Sunday at the Sunshine Coast. It was great to have both horses at the races, and they both did run well without winning, obviously. Pangea.
Yeah, great. He went enormous first up. He's a lovely horse. He's got a lot of ability. He wasn't fully wound up for that race, missed a little bit of work, and for his effort to run on into the second the way he did, sort of peaked. I thought he was going to burst through and win there, probably due to immaturity and also fitness. Just gave in, and Jimmy gave him a glowing report after the race. He put in a funny little sidestep, dip and dive with about 700 to go, but that was just him. He didn't know really what he was doing once he was a bit crowded with horses, but the maturity will come with more racing, and I really got a lot of time for this horse. He's a lovely big horse. Probably stick to the 1200 once again next week, and then start stepping him up to the 14, the mile. More racing the better, and it was great to see my girl back catwalk. It was a big run actually. She had to work hard early, got to the front, had to lead him up. She's going to be a much better horse when we can take a sit with her. She was just fresh and keen and wanted to get that race underway, but she's pulled up great. She looks enormous. Possibly go to a fillies and mares Wednesday in a couple of weeks' time, but she's going good. I'm really happy the way she pulled up, and I think the winner who beat her was pretty smart, and it did have the drop on her. So moving forward, I think she's even a little bit further. She's just going to get better and better.
And then looking forward to this weekend. Obviously, at the moment, we're still sweating on emergencies on Saturday at Eagle Farm, so we're just sweating on some scratchings for the horses to get into the races. Firstly, Sir Lemarac.
Yeah, I don't think
new
I've
horse to the stable.
refreshed Riser so much in the last 24 hours ever. Sir Lemarac, excited to see what he can do first up for us. If he doesn't go around tomorrow, I'll probably give him a trial Monday and find another plan for him. He's come on in his first week since being with us. He arrived last week, and he's enjoying the sun up here, I reckon. He's loving it. Pleasure to deal with. Lovely little horse. He doesn't look like a typical stayer. He's not very big, but I think he's very tough, and he'll just keep finding all the way to the line. Looking forward to seeing him go around. Benny Thompson will ride him if he gets the opportunity to have a go. Barry Tall shouldn't be too much of a concern over that distance. And then obviously Deepaw, he's in the 1200 and the 1000. I really want to get to the 1000. I know it's a tougher race, but I think he's ready to rock and roll the horse. He looks great. He feels good. Obviously he's been trained for the 1000.
He drew better there as well. So
drew better there, and
there it's better.
Yeah, sort of wouldn't really worry him if he drew where he did over the 1000 first up. Is he's going to sort of just be that normal pattern as he gets back and likes to relax out the back and run on if he does get the opportunity in that race. Jason Collett will ride, and also in the 1200 if we decide to head there, which I'm probably more leaning towards that I don't want to because obviously he's drawn awfully, but if he goes there, Craig Williams will ride him too. So we've got two great jockeys that are more than capable to steer him around the park. But he's ready to rock and roll. Be a bit frustrating if we don't get a run, but he'll be another horse to probably just go to the trials on Monday and keep him ticking over for a race in a couple of weeks' time. But excited to get both of those two horses there if they do get a run on a big day.
And then also on Saturday, you've got a couple at the Gold Coast on the Poly. The first one being Get What You Give in a maiden. 1050. This is just his second start.
Yep, Your Lady syndication horse. Lovely horse, beautiful type. He's a different horse, I think, this preparation. He's big, he's strong. He hasn't been big and strong, but he looks incredibly well. He's got dapples all over him. He's come on since that trial the other day. He works very well on the Poly. 2 kilos off his back. Yvette Lewis, she's riding Grade A Apprentice. And gets down to 57 after her claim, barrier 2. He's obviously a horse that's still learning. He's still pretty immature in things that he does, but coming off the truck this morning, he's bouncing around, he's feeling good. So I'm expecting him to run a really big race. And then obviously in the last, we've got Data Patch, Mr. Quirky himself, but he's another horse, I believe, that has matured this preparation. Barrier 2, Carl, I sort of opted, I was going to maybe claim with him, but I just think a senior rider would be a bit better for this horse. As you sort of got to work with him, not against him, and he's going great. His trial the other day I thought was brilliant. He had to work early and then sort of just kept trying all the way to the line. It's a 58 1200, but it's actually a pretty handy race. Some nice horse in that last race, so he's going to want to have to be ready to rock and roll first up, which I think he is. He's had the 2 trials, one trial that obviously wasn't official, but he's ready to rock and roll. And I think from barrier 2 he should run a great race. He'll sit behind the speed, or maybe even lead if no one wants to lead. But he's going good, and I expect them both to run a good race there tomorrow at the coast.
And who would be your best bet for the weekend?
I would say Deepor if he gets to run in the 1,000. I'd say each way all day. I think he can run a big race, big boy, first up, exciting horse. Just got fingers crossed that we get a run.
It's obviously been a very busy week at the Magic Millions as well. Our little Ascot court has been chock-a-block all week with broodmare sales, weanlings and yearlings. So it's definitely nice that that's all over now and it's quietened down.
Yes, definitely. It's pretty busy this old street sometimes. But really happy we got some loyal owners who sent us some horses to train. Obviously, there's no shares left in them, as obviously they took the whole 100%. But lucky to get some more young horses coming into our camp, and obviously they're the horses that keep your business going. The young horses moving into their future careers.
It's always exciting because you never know.
Exactly. You don't know what you got. So a couple of nice yearlings, well-bred horses. They'll go through their paces now up at the farm, relax, take it easy, and then we'll start putting them through the pace. We had a nice young horse coming in through the week, which we bought at Magic Millions, a heroic Velo colt, who's they've done a great job at the farm. I must admit, the boys up there, the breakers, they've done an incredible job. He's so sensible, and he walks over the track like he's been here 100 times. So, Magic Millions is always good to buy off. They've always got lovely horses there, and looking forward to seeing what the future holds.
Thanks so much for watching this week's episode, and good luck on Oaks Day.
Thanks, guys. Good luck.